Welcome to National Sweatographic, where we study the toxic specimen out in the wild. Today, we visit Mount Ormond, where the snow drifts endlessly and the chill in the air carries more than just winter's bite. Despite the freezing temperatures, the wildlife remains unusually warm-blooded, sweating relentlessly through even the harshest of snowstorms. We begin in the shack, where the plump Jeff Johansson runs from the approaching beast, the Legion. The Jeff beckons towards them, knowing that a pile of wood is enough to stop a teenager straight in their tracks, just like a whippet from the late 90s. The prey understands that comp-dropping pallets is a valid strategy because they read a tweet about it, whilst the predator hasn't yet grasped the situation at hand. Acting smug like the genius it is, the Jeff continues onwards to the next wild pallet. Mount Ormond is home to a special type of pallet, dubbed God pallets. These pallets are infamous as predators impulsively break them every time without fail. Funnily enough, the Legion opts for breaking this one, despite completely ignoring Shack pallet. Even though they broke that pallet, the Legion is unfortunately back to square one. Hundreds, if not thousands, of pallets exist out in the trials, meaning if the predator doesn't know how to work around them, they will not be able to secure the kill on the mindless prey. Which begs the question, why not just drop the chase? Is the Legion here just for the killer cardio? Why are they even called the Legion anyways? Around 22 minutes into the chase, we finally watch as both organisms meet at a very weak loop. But they respected the pallet and are now breaking it. Out of all those other pallets, you break this one. Oh my lord. As your narrator, and someone who respects my viewers, I'm going to cut to the chase, or rather, cut the chase. As the resources on the map are dwindling, the Jeff has nowhere to run besides 2 park benches made out of plywood. Surely, and I mean surely, the supposed beast of prey knows to walk 3 yards around the benches to secure the down. Thank God. After what felt like hours of hunting, the predator has finally gotten a kill on their prey. Having mad grit, they chug through every pallet in the realm with questionable endurance. At long last, we get to watch as the Legion celebrates, perpetually spanking their meat. And thankfully for them, not a single generator was completed. The Dwight treads carefully back to its home after a long day of repairing generators, seeking refuge in the familiar embrace of its locker sanctuary. But little does the prey know that tonight, the locker isn't just home sweet home anymore. Instead, a new evil resident is about to kick the Dwight out, just like my landlord did 6 years ago. My bad, Dave. My bad. Welcome to the Garden of Joy. Having a beautiful landscape with its pristine hedges and charming house, this realm is home to some of the most terrifying eldritch horrors known to man. Every shadow is alive, crawling with the tortured souls it has consumed, and joy is nothing but a sick joke played by the entity itself. Despite the precautions, the Haddie Corps enters the eerie building, unsure of what's to come. Perhaps this shallow display of curiosity comes from the fact that Haddies are incredibly overpopulated, being one of the most common species you can find out in the wilderness. What's one more Haddie lost to the trials, right? Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Haddies are the most endangered animal of them all. Less than 75 occurrences of such a creature have been recorded out in the wild, so my dear viewer, you are in for a treat. The organism continues to work on a generator, unaware of the danger that lurks. But as nightfall descends, the air thickens with tension. Sensing the threat, the Haddie backs away, just as the predator rumbles from a nearby locker. Wondering what might be on the other side, the Haddie lingers. The Dredge bursts out, but the prey narrowly escapes, leaving the dredge swiping at the memory of their buttocks. And thus, the chase begins in the darkness of nightfall, as the relentless predator pursues its prey, shadows swirling around them in a deadly dance. The Haddie shows iron will, not afraid of the dark, whilst the abomination of fear follows. Gaining valuable distance, the dredge edges closer and closer to its victim. The Haddie core loops as tightly as possible, squeezing one last round out of this 2002 Camry. And there it is, the perfectly timed stun to create more distance. But what's this? The predator isn't attacking the prey. In fact, not only is the dredge not attacking its dinner, it's actually taking them out to dinner. This is a true unusual sighting. They appear to be chatting in front of a warmly lit fire. How peculiar, yet how romantic. Sometimes you just have to set your differences aside, because at the end of the day, we're all friends here, aren't we? In a shocking twist, the Alpha and Beta have set aside their deadly differences to cleanse a totem together. The dredge, the unforgiving harbinger of doom, now delicately assists, perhaps enjoying this strange moment of teamwork. How fascinating! With terrifying claws that excel at scrubbing, the dredge carefully demonstrates a perfect rinse and repeat technique. Haddie, bewildered but game, follows along, as the beast insists that even in the world of nightmares, a clean dish is a happy dish. But what's this? It seems like our effeminate fellow has disappeared. It's up to Haddie to go off the record and find our missing turkey. Perhaps the elusive dredge is hiding in one of these lockers. After all, it is its natural habitat. But, as with the cycle of life, you'd be wrong to assume that this savage predator would skip out on a free meal. It seems like our beast was playing the long game with this one. And there it is, folks. Unable to ignore its killer instincts, the dredge hooks its prey.
I'm a fracture in your reality, the void that consumes light and hope. Your cameraman was merely an appetizer, a taste of the chaos I bring. I'm the nightmare that hunts the dreamer, the abyss that swallows existence whole. And now, I'm clawing through the shadows, reaching out for you.
Welcome to Dead Dog, where the desert winds have left nothing but dust, bones, and a saloon that's seen better days, kind of like this game's matchmaking. The buildings creak like they're trying to remind you that even here, in this barren wasteland, you're not safe from the endless cycle of generators and terror. Nature may be harsh, but at least it doesn't tunnel. What you're witnessing is the admired Kate Denson eagerly working on a generator, completely unaware that they're under the iron sights of the Deathslinger. With deadly precision, the hunter lands its shot and begins reeling in its prey. This killer doesn't just chase, it hooks and hauls, turning the hunt into a brutal game of tug-of-war. The chase begins, winding around an old splintered cart. The Kate weaves and ducks, but the Deathslinger's iron resolve and deadly mind game tactics make escape nearly impossible. With a single, brutal swipe, it brings the prey to the ground. The Deathslinger hovers over its downed lunch, humping the lifeless body before firing another shot into the corpse. It's almost as if this killer believes in leaving no doubt about who's in charge, because apparently asserting dominance is best done with bullets and bad manners. But of course, predators aren't responsible for the prey's enjoyment, right? On the other side of the map, a toxic Fang Min crouches behind a pallet, waiting for the perfect moment. As the beast approaches, they slam it down, stunning the killer while flashing their flashlight in a mindless taunt. But the Deathslinger isn't amused. They shoot, reeling the prey in, and as it scrambles to escape, the chase is on once again. The weak little animal sprints, into a decaying building, thinking they'll be safe behind the brick wall known as Shack Pallet. But little do they know that our seasoned friend is strapped with a Winchester 70, shooting them at the window, and thus another kill is secured for the alpha predator. But wait, did you see that? As the predator was finishing off their prey, your average solo queue teammate can be spotted in the background, hiding behind a lamppost. Truly a masterclass in avoiding both work and danger, the Jonah Vasquez opens the gate that leads to freedom. While its fellow organisms were being picked off one by one, Jonah perfected the art of self-preservation, carefully avoiding generators, chases, and any semblance of teamwork. Even the slinger is appalled by this, missing shots that would have otherwise hit. And we watch as the prey walks out, unaware of its surroundings. This, my friends, is the apex survivor of the realm. That's all for today's episode of National Sweatographic. We hope you learned something new, from the relentless pursuit of the Legion, to the surprising teamwork of the Dredge and Haddie, to the unfortunate fate of Kate and Feng Min at the hands of the Deathslinger. This episode has shown us that in this world, it's hunt or be hunted. In the realm of the entity, sweating is just part of the game.